Hello, this is Hologram Mike Ross here with a tutorial today for you guys on how to set up the Lab Monster Toolkit with Fightcade. It's a little different than traditional games like Guilty Gear Strive, Plus R, Exerd, Street Fighter 4, 5, Skullgirls, any other game. Just a little different of a process. So you're gonna have to do this every time that you open up a new game. Once you set it up, generally Fightcade saves your controls. You shouldn't have any issues. But in this case, I don't normally play Alpha 2, so I'm here in the Fightcade lobby for Alpha 2. I'm gonna go to training. Well, actually, first off, we're gonna open the Lab Monster Toolkit. Your controller should not be connected for this. You want to connect your controller after the program starts. This is generally the way that it always functions, just to make it easy so that the virtual pads are assigned correctly. So my stick, I'm gonna plug it in. Close my arcade cabinet real quick. Awesome. My stick is moving. Everything is mirrored properly. Now I'm going to go back to Fightcade. I'm going to launch the training for the game. And then immediately go over to the input selection for mapping game inputs. Now here I need to map my controls, my attack buttons, and for player 1 and player 2. Player 1 will be mapped to the V-pad controls in the Lab Monster Toolkit. So the virtual controller. You won't be doing the typical Fightcade thing of pressing directions to set your buttons and all that shit, clicking the buttons. You're going to use the UI input function here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to here. We're going to hit up. It's going to bring this box up. We're going to go to up key, and then we're going to go back to neutral. If we go here correctly, it should be assigned. We're going to do the same thing for down and neutral. You're going to repeat this process for every button, including the directions, just to get it all set up. Right to neutral. Then we're going to do the buttons. You're just going to click on weak punch. Same thing for strong punch. Weak kick. We're going to do the same for medium kick. And the same thing for roundhouse. Boom. And then we're going to head over to the directional inputs for player 2. We're going to use the virtual pad for player 2. We're going to select this on UI input. We're going to go through that same process. Up, down, left, same thing for right. Last but not least, you have your buttons, so go back to the same process for that. Click on, click off. Same thing for medium punch. Very tedious process, but once you do it, you shouldn't have to do it again. And if you do need to do it again, you know what video to come to. Same thing for medium kick. Same thing for roundhouse. Oops, I'll take that clear lock off. And then, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put these back on mirror input. I'm going to exit this, assuming everything is right. Awesome. 6 buttons. And then for player 2, boom, works perfectly. Awesome. Doesn't matter what characters are going to select. It's going to hit A. It's going to select both because the inputs are mirrored. The perfect way to test this is to let the game load up, of course. If I hit left, they'll simultaneously move left. Same thing for right. They'll jump at the same frame, and they'll crouch on the same frame. Now, just to make sure everything's good, I'll go to player 1 V-pad, and I'll disable that. So then only Ken should be able to be moved. Awesome. Now go back to the program. We're going to disable Ken, and no one can be moved, which means this is working perfectly. So I can do all the typical stuff of putting Rewan down back while taking control of Ken. Oops, put him on disable. But I can do all that typical stuff in training mode. You know, make Ken block, or I mean Ryu block, obviously. So by then, everything should be set up perfectly, and then you'll be on your way to using this wonderful fucking program. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to put those in the comments or message me directly. I have no problem responding to you guys. Thank you so much, and have a great day.